We have a named storm in the Atlantic. Well, it's in the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic Basin. And we also have showers and storms that are loosely, kind of indirectly connected to that, or just really rich tropical air that's settled in across the area. A flood watch that continues for Palm Beach County, Broward, and Miami-Dade. And it's been extended now in through tomorrow evening with the threat for flooding rains on the way for Saturday, especially afternoon and evening. We have a couple of weak thunderstorms that fired up around the acreage. There's the Beeline, PJ Boulevard into toward North Lake and 45th Street. This, I expect, will it'll hold together but slowly push north along with this little line here. And this is a pretty significant storm that's working in toward Okeechobee. So Okeechobee, you're up next for some big storms. I know you can hear that thunder off in the distance. It's not too far away. That'll work in, and then eventually this pushes toward the coastline through 7, 8, and 9 o'clock tonight. At least that's what the models are hinting at, and that's almost what happened last night. A very similar weather pattern to Thursday evening. Even after midnight, we could see a few showers and storms work through. So umbrella needed, rain gear needed if you're heading out, even through the late evening hours. And now we have this tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico that we're watching very closely. I want to bring in James Wieland, who has the latest on that. Kind of indirect impacts here, but a track that's also very favorable for us.
Yeah, and it did strengthen a little bit from earlier. Remember, it was tropical depression number 2. Hurricane hunters went out there this morning, and by early this afternoon, they found with this flare-up right here of convection, they found that it does have tropical storm force winds. So it was upgraded to tropical storm Arlene. But now you notice all these bright reds gone. Some drier air getting entrained in there, and you see all this dry air in the western tip of Cuba here. This is going to start to get pulled into the storm too, plus very strong upper level winds. You can see them here just blowing this very, very quickly. So this one has very limited time to live, and the Hurricane Center has it dissipating over the western tip of Cuba into just a remnant low there. The leftover moisture of it will rebound over Cuba and then come up into the Bahamas as we get it later into the weekend too. And this is what the models show here. This isn't the storm coming back up towards us. This is just the remnant moisture moving back that way. Tropical storm force winds here are going to stay over the Gulf and not over any landmass at all. So what does this mean for us? Well, as it moves south and dissipates, it's going to keep ample moisture over our area all the way through the entire weekend, which means high rain chances now through the weekend, and now that includes Sunday. This is the GFS model, and you can see we still could see another couple of inches of rain. The bulk of the rain and the moisture from it, though, is going to head out into the Bahamas. For more on the rest of our forecast, let's throw it back to Steve.
Yeah, and James, here's a great graphic to show you the kind of the scenario through the weekend. This is a Vipercast model, which matches up with the official forecast from the Hurricane Center. So late tomorrow, it's off the western tip of Cuba, and then as it pushes east after that, it dissipates, but it leaves us in a very rainy weather pattern through the weekend, enhanced with a little bit of sunshine and lots of tropical air. We get showers and storms and some heavy, heavy downpours Saturday late in the day and Sunday late in the day again. So boaters and beachgoers, try to get out early. There will be a few showers and storms over the Gulf Stream early in the day, but the main bulk of rain arrives after 2 p.m. 70s overnight. Again, the chance for a few rumbles of thunder. The strongest storms, though, well, there's one right now moving into Okeechobee. Otherwise, it'll be heavy downpours and a couple of lightning strikes through the middle of the evening. Similar for Sunday, probably not as widespread though, late weekend with the rainfall, and then it tapers off a little bit, not completely, and then we get back into some real heat and humidity. We have a solid week of higher than normal rain chances with a little bit of a break early next week.